In this video, I'll share with you how you account for depreciation when part of a non-current asset has been sold. So I'll use an example, and in this example, I have the trial balance, and in the trial balance as at 31st July 2019, I have a motor van at cost, which is 200,000. Then the accumulated depreciation of this motor van is 60,000. Then the additional information says that depreciation of the motor van is to be calculated using the reducing balance method of 20%. Then part of a motor van which had cost 63,300 was sold for 5,000, and an accumulated depreciation on this motor van was 3,000. So the first thing that you're supposed to do is to prepare a motor van disposal. And the reason of preparing the motor van is to try to calculate the profit that was made on this motor van, or the loss that was made on this motor van. So after drawing the table of the motor van disposal, we are going to debit 63,300, the cost of the non-current asset that was sold. And the reason why we are debiting 63,300 is because we are trying to remove this figure from our books. So initially we credit the motor van account, and the corresponding entry we debit the motor van disposal. And the amount of money that we received after selling this motor van, which is 5,000, we need to credit it to the motor van, and the corresponding entry will be debited to the cash account. And 3,000, the accumulated depreciation on this motor van must be credited, and the corresponding entry is debited to the accumulated depreciation account. Then, totaling up the debit side and the credit side, you discover that the debit side is great. So we are going to put 63,300 in both columns, both the debit side and the credit side. Then we will say less 8,000, and the amount that you're going to have after subtracting is 55,300. So if a balance is on the debit side, the balance won't be on the debit side, but it will be on the credit side. So if the balance is on the credit side, this means we made a loss on the sale of the non-current asset. So we need to charge this loss to the administrative expenses. So in the statement of profit and loss, 55,300 will be shown under administrative expenses. Now, how do you account for the 200,000 and the accumulated figure in the trial balance? Initially, remember that this motor van which we sold, its cost price was 63,300. So we need to say 200,000 minus 63,300, and the answer